everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Hyla Home. Here we talk about motherhood, natural living, and homemaking, which includes renovating our 1940s home. We also talk a little bit about wardrobes, which I guess is what we're going to be doing today. Today's episode is actually inspired by a viewer comment. One of you suggested that I do a wardrobe tour, house tour stuff, and decluttering. I have some plans for more of that sort of content later, but today we're going to do an aspect of my wardrobe and a little bit of the wardrobe tour. I am only touching on my dresses today because I feel like if I did everything, it might be too long of a video. So we're just gonna see how this does, and then maybe we'll do more of this in the future. I also have my children with me today, so if there's extra noise, extra interruptions, just bear with me. I have no other way to do a video upstairs unless they're awake. So with all that aside, let's get started. So obviously I have my closet. I keep most of my clothing in here, and our closet is a shared closet. My husband's stuff is on the left side and mine is on the right. Basically, the way I've organized it is our tops are all on the top, and then the bottoms have all of the pants, skirts, and whatever, and it is divided out in the middle with this like cubby that we use for sweaters that really shouldn't be hung up, and his jeans. And so today I'm just going through the dresses. So just as a preface, I have a lot of dresses. I have kind of gone through an era where I am wearing dresses or skirts all of the time now. And so dresses take up the most of my wardrobe. So I have kind of it organized, not super well, but by spring and winter dresses. And so I'm gonna pull out a couple of pieces and just show you what I'm wearing, mainly in the spring, and then I'll touch a little bit on the winter dresses. But again, we're not really in that season, so it wouldn't really be beneficial for me to like totally pull them out. For my day-to-day, when I'm around the house, what I am wearing is these just basic linen dresses. Typically they have buttons, big pockets. This one has patch pockets. This one's from Not Perfect Linen, and I am just living in these. You can tell this is stained. This one's actually new, and they're just super lightweight. We do not have air conditioning at the moment, so these are a lifesaver for me. So I'm definitely only reaching for linen clothing when it comes to this warmer weather. I have quite a few pieces. These two are both from Not Perfect Linen. This one I actually thrifted. This one I purchased new. This one is from Linen by MN. It's a very nice weight. It's also really nice for the summer. This is by Linea, I think is how you say it. Dream. I absolutely love this brand. I will be purchasing from them. They're super affordable if you want to start with some linens. This is another Linen by MN. This one I got secondhand. So these are my linen staples. This is pretty much all I have. I think I've gotten rid of most of the other ones at this point. I had a lot of Flax, Flax by Jean Engelhart or Angel Heart. Really love those, but I'm kind of steering away from that super oversized feel and going for something that's a tiny bit more flattering. So right now, these are my house dresses that I am rotating through every single day. Like, I've worn all of these dresses this week specifically. I'm only wearing this because it's not so hot today. It's raining, so I'm reaching for something that's a little bit more fun. But on a normal day in the spring, summer, I am reaching for these. So those are like my house dresses. That's kind of, you see this trend of like my summer uniform. That's my summer uniform. I can throw a cardigan on, I can throw a crop top over it and have a little bit more layer, but like those are my staple pieces. I have a couple of others that I really like wearing, but those are like my house dresses. And as you can see, I really like to have them all kind of match each other so that the rest of my pieces of clothing only have to match these colors, and I am kind of having that capsule wardrobe type feel. We are taking a break for potties. So we are back from the potty, and I totally muted the microphone. As you can see, there's like a tiny little red dot on it. So we're going to continue because I cannot re-video all of this. It was way too much work with the kids running around and everything else. So I am just going to do a voiceover, and you can bear with me. So sorry about all of that. So like I said, these are my 4 dresses that I rotate out through. They're like my summer staples, and they are all linen, so they're very easy to wear in the summer and spring when it is much hotter. However, the next dresses I'm going to pull out are ones I love to wear for church or if I just want to feel special around the house. This one that I'm pulling out is by Little Cottonwood. This is a small business and I did thrift this dress, but I am starting to buy their pieces brand new because I really like to support her business. She's a great business owner. This one is linen. It has some floral. It is smocked bodice. It is a maxi dress. I'm not in love with the puffed sleeves. They're not my favorite. However, I really just like the feminine look and I don't quite mind it. If I really cared, I could take out the elastic in the sleeves, but it is one of my favorite dresses for around the house. It is semi-nursing friendly. Most of my clothes are somewhat nursing friendly, but not 100% nursing friendly. This one is one of those. And so I really like it, but it's not super convenient for around the house. This one is by Flora. This is another secondhand find. Almost all of mine are secondhand finds unless I specify them. This is cotton gauze. It has this beautiful rose floral design. It is definitely nursing friendly. It is one of my favorite pieces. A little too warm for the spring and summer, I fear. Another new Flora find. This one I actually wore on Mother's Day here recently. I will probably end up getting rid of this one if I'm being honest. It is not 100% nursing friendly and it has the puff sleeves, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it is a super fun little floral and is another maxi dress that I really enjoy. This next one is a favorite and potentially a forever keep. This one is a Finn and Vince dress. This brand is actually no longer in production. It has the smocked bodice, the detailing on the neckline. I love that the back is higher than the front, so I have that coverage. This one I'm super worried about getting messed up, which is why I have it hanging the way I do. It is just one of my favorite pieces. It's cotton gauze, which is my absolute favorite fabric. Got waist ties, just one of my absolute favorite pieces. It's also green, so that is a plus. This dress is an interesting piece. This is a vintage dress, and this is not my favorite. This is one of those, if I was confident in my body and body positivity type dresses, it clings to almost everything. It's one of those dresses that is super flattering when you put it on first thing in the morning, but as soon as you have a meal, you have the little bump showing, maybe your love handles, those hip dips, and I am super comfortable with my body in this stage of life, so I do like this dress for that reason. However, it is also a dress that I don't typically reach for because it tends to show off everything that maybe I tend to dislike, but it is definitely a fun staple pieces and one I actually recently took pictures in. This dress is actually on its way out of my closet. I love it. It is the Wear's Dress by Ollie Ella, and it is one of my favorite pieces as far as the cut and the fit of it. However, it is just not ideal for the spring and summer months, and it's too cold for the winter. So I actually won't be keeping this dress. Aliella is one of the nicer brands I've owned. However, the cotton is so thick that I'm not going to be reaching for it in the spring and summer months. So I'm going to be letting it go for someone else who I know is going to love it. This next dress is new, not new as far as brand new, but new to me in my wardrobe. It is vintage and it is linen and silk, and it's not super flattering on the hanger. However, it is literally the most flattering dress I own. It is so beautiful. It's got the buttons down the back. It is a beautiful pinafore style dress. However, it is not nursing friendly, so it is something I'm hoping to be able to wear this winter with like a fluffy blouse or something. This one is another Wears by Aliella dress. This is technically a mini dress. However, it is way too short for me with my mile-long torso. I love pairing it with a skirt, and then obviously it's super nursing friendly. Not a great option for the summer, but it is still a really fun, versatile piece in my wardrobe. This, if you all follow me on Instagram, you know this is my absolute favorite dress of all times. This is Little Cottonwood also. It has all the things. It is a wrap style dress, which is my favorite type of dress. It's green, which is my favorite color. It's got florals that aren't like super florally, and the sleeves are not puffed. Now, this dress initially had puff sleeves. However, the person I bought it from before had the sleeves modified, so it's even better because it matches everything that I want in a dress, and it is my absolute favorite dress and a favorite of the kids too. This next dress, I guess, probably should go with the summer uniform dresses. It's just a basic linen dress. However, it's not nursing friendly. It is possible to nurse in this one. I have done that before, but it is much harder. So I'm just kind of putting it in the back until I can wear it for a season where I'm not nursing. Maybe next summer. Hopefully I won't be pregnant by then. It's super flattering, has all these amazing details, and is another piece I really love. This dress, I'm not sure about. This is a Free People dress that is 100% cotton. It is super flattering. However, I always have to wear a shirt with it because it is just a little bit lower than I would prefer, and it just tends to get hot. And so I'm not really sure about this one. This one might make its way out of my closet. Also doesn't have pockets, which for my mom life is not as functional, but is a beautiful color. One I waited a long time to get. This is another Naflora dress. I love this dress. This is one I wore for Easter and for other special events. It's another cotton gauze, got pockets, has these lovely tiers. I love tiered things. The bodice is smocked. I actually really like the puff sleeves on this one. This one is kind of funny. I really liked it until my husband made a funny comment about the floral. He thought it kind of looked strange. And so since then, I don't know. I might end up switching it out for something else. Right now it stays. This is another one of my favorites. This was actually my favorite right before I found the green floral little cottonwood dress. This is another wrap style dress. It is lined and cotton, has wonderful pockets. It does have a little bit of a puff sleeve, but in this one, it is just so slight that it doesn't really bother me. It is still hard to wear cardigans and stuff with it, so there is that. I also really love the color because it is so neutral. It's not super wintry or summery, and so it can kind of go for both. So this is definitely one that I like to wear for early spring and then definitely all throughout the fall and winter months. Now, this one is one of the only synthetic pieces I have in my wardrobe. This one is made of rayon. This I got on my honeymoon with my husband. It is a good old Knox Rose Target dress, fox wrap. However, the skirt is still wrap, which is kind of frustrating because then it comes open. This is my husband's absolute favorite dress on me, so I have not gotten rid of it and won't get rid of it. I would like to replace it with something in the future that he likes more than this. However, at the moment, I'm just keeping it because it's sentimental and I like pulling it out every once in a while. Now, I'm going to go through my winter dresses pretty quickly. This is a Madewell dress that is cotton. This is a Sahm de Fleur dress. I got it for a ridiculously low price. Otherwise, I would not be purchasing Sahm de Fleur. And this is my absolute favorite house dress of all times by Universal Threads. It's cotton gauze. And then another Madewell dress that is cotton gauze, great for the house. So those are my winter dresses. I'm not pulling them out really at all this time of the year because they are so hot. Definitely keep me warm. This one is a crazy vintage dress, or at least vintage inspired. It was handmade by someone from my Facebook group's church, and it is totally 1900s era. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with it, but I think it would be a great dress up dress for my daughter when she gets a little bit older. This is a picnic dress, sort of. This is literally a quilt made into a dress, and I bought it for a friend when she was doing a Instagram shop, and I've never worn it because I've gotten pregnant and then I've been breastfeeding, and this is not nursing friendly. So I don't know that I'll keep it. This is not at all natural fibers, so I haven't reached for it, but I'd like to wear it once before letting it go, so it has stuck in my closet. Now, the next dresses I'm actually reaching for are just kind of sentimental. This one is my grandmother's dress, the one on the right. It is one of her staples. It is a just plain black cotton dress. I used to wear it all the time, but I actually don't think it fits me anymore. And then this is a silk floral dress that I wore for my engagement photos. It had the most beautiful sleeves. However, during the photos, I actually ripped the sleeves and I was a dummy and decided to try and hem the opening and make it a sleeveless dress, and it actually just turned out really badly. So I've kept the dress because it is sentimental to me, but it is almost unwearable at this point. It was a $14 thrift find, and the dress retails for about $200. And then the last dress is this one on the right. It was my reception dress. It is made out of linen. It is so beautiful. It doesn't fit me right now, so I'm keeping it for if my daughter wants to frolic around in a field with it one day. And then this beautiful find is a $2 thrift find. It is a handmade antique wedding dress, definitely synthetic fibers, but I had to keep it. I've thought about doing pregnancy photos in it one of these days because it has a beautiful empire waist and would look wonderful with a baby bump, but haven't done that yet. So these are just sitting in the back of my closet for either one day when I'm ready to let them go or who knows when. So that is all for today. That is my wardrobe. Don't really know if this is even something you all enjoy. Again, I am so sorry about the mic situation. I'm so glad that we were able to do a voiceover, but if this is something you all enjoy, let me know what I can do differently in the comments. If this is what you're looking for, if you like more content like this, I have more things I can share. If you all have any other suggestions for different videos I should do, leave a comment about that as well. Thank you all so much for bearing with me for all the mess ups and everything in this video. You all are wonderful. Thank you, and you all have a great day. Bye.